What is up, hot makers? Welcome to another Hot Makes right here on the Edge of Tech, where we aim to entertain and educate the maker community. I'm Nerdy J. This is the Pooch. Pooch, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Nerdy J. It's been a good week. Man, coming off the epic high from last week's episode, huh?
Man, I still got the energy. I'm still pushing it. Man, that was it was like an hour and 50 minutes. And if you were out there and you were watching, thank you guys for joining us and tuning in. And if you were there all the way to the end, we ended up giving away three 3D printers. And it was awesome. It was so much fun. I had a blast. How about you? Did you have fun?
Oh my God. How could you not have fun? I mean, it was like everybody was there. We had Loyal Moses jump on and throw another printer on the printer pile, which is great. We had so many great sponsors, lots of filament, some interesting, unique products. But I'm excited to get back to our roots this week, because there's been a bunch of neglected hotness out there.
There's a lot of hotness. A lot of hotness. So just a quick heads up. If you were involved and you won a prize last week, I believe I got emails back from almost all of you. I had a crazy week. I got emails sent like Saturday. I believe I got emails back from everybody. And so in the next day or two, I'm going to get everybody's stuff out to the vendors and we'll work on that. I know a couple of you reached out and had some questions, so I'll get those answered too. But I wanted to be transparent, like Pooch and I were talking about before the stream here. We raised $770 last week. $770.
Nice.
So as we know, we bought a printer we're going to buy a printer to give away to the second to the last winner. I think that's what it was. And what we're going to do with the rest, we're going to pay for all of the companies to ship them or have them shipped to me, and I'll ship the stuff to you if they don't want to ship internationally. So we're going to use a little bit of that towards shipping if someone didn't ship international, because we didn't care last week. We gave anything to anyone, right?
Yep.
And then whatever's left, we're going to do another giveaway. So we'll
throw it up. We'll throw it up in the kitty at some point, and then that way you guys can see, where because I've always wanted to have one of those little meters that you see on Twitch sometimes, right? Where it's filling up, and then, maybe we can set we hit this and we just do another printer giveaway or filament or whatever, man. But it's all about you guys, and we wouldn't be here without you. And so we want to make sure that we give back as much as we can.
Right. I 100% agree with that. But we have a ton of hot makes. I'm super pumped to get into the hot makes, but we have a special guest here tonight, and I think we should bring her in before we jump into hot makes. Let's introduce her. Ladies and gentlemen, Billie Ruben, how you doing?
Hey. Well, thank you. Hello, how are you?
Oh, we're great. I usually am a flip side. Usually you guys are hosting and I'm like on the Makers on Tap or one of those streams. So it's kind of fun to have you on our show. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. This is awesome. I'm very excited.
Yeah. So we're gonna do things a little bit differently tonight. This goes out to you, Llama. We're gonna try to cover some hot makes because we have a backlog forming, and Billie has agreed to help be our editorial panel as we go through hot makes. So we'll get through those, and then we'll do the interview at the end of the stream this time. See how that goes, huh?
I like it. And if you guys don't like it, #blame Llama. I like that too.
Right, blame Llama.
So I tell you what, we're gonna jump right in. But first, before we go any further, let's say who are you and what do you do before we jump in?
And what does he do?
Yeah.
Who are you and what does he do?
I'm a maker, like probably everyone here. Really love 3D printing, but I have a background in theatrical costume making and all sorts of other things. I love all sorts of handcrafts as well. And yeah, fell head over heels in love with 3D printing a couple of years ago, helped moderate the 3D printing subreddit, helped admin the 3D printing Discord, and I make like posters and stuff on how to 3D print. And I recently just started a YouTube channel for like projects and like meeting cool people and interviewing them and doing little tutorials and stuff. So
about time.
Yeah. I know. It's been way too long. People have been nagging me to do that for years. So it's happening. I got made redundant at work and now doing this.
Well, and if anybody's watching out there, all of the links are in the description of the video. So check them out. I made sure to get all of your stuff in the description so we get it out there, and we can get rocking and rolling. But like I said, we don't want to dive too much. Let's wait. Let's jump into some HotMakes, and we're gonna save all the awesome stuff that you're working on, because you were talking to us before the show about all the cool stuff. We're gonna dive into that, but first, how about a little HotMakes? Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
All right, so let's rock it like this today. So we got a whole bunch across the top. So I had to stop at November 2nd, which would have been last week's show, because there was still a ton, and we would have never got through them all today. But I promise we'll catch up. But if you haven't, I think you said you've been checking us and watching us out, Billy. But basically, we talk about what it is, and if we like it, and then the chat chimes in. We can throw some hot or not in there if you want, however you want to do it. Thank you so much, Timothy. I appreciate that.
Still haven't looked at Super Slicer, have you?
What?
Called out on stream.
I am fired. That's it.
Hey, listen, we had to, we would be remiss if we didn't lead off with the Jam and Jack by our boy Filament Frenzy here tonight, the master of the MMU himself. I'm really excited for this one, and we've seen a couple. We saw a little teasing of this last week,
right?
Let's
look closely.
Definitely, I think this is one. I mean, I've seen a bunch of these done, and look at these colors. I love how he does his colors. It's awesome.
It's beautiful.
He has a filament library, Tom, like you would not believe, man. I mean, so obviously he does a lot of work with Filamentum, but he's just a collector. And if you've seen his setup, it's just he looks like a filament librarian, even though he's not the filament librarian. That's somebody else. He has just such an array to choose from, and he is an artist when it comes to picking just really great complementary filament colors.
Very much. And I got to say, look at this Purge Tower, by the way.
Yeah, that's something. Huh?
I always love the Purge Towers. I just want to do things with them because I find them so pretty. Like,
we need more we can of that, Billy. That's a great cause to get behind. I mean, now that Prusa Slicer and some of the slicers again on board with more Purge to Object and stuff like that, at least there's some options for being less wasteful. But I always love seeing creative uses of that because we're not here to waste a bunch of plastic, so I'd be curious to see what kind of ideas you come up with for what to do with Purge blocks.
Yeah, I need a multi-material first, but one day.
I wonder if you could basically carve that into something cool.
That'd be cool.
It's still a lot of infill, so
that's true.
You'd have to. It's an interesting idea though. Who was it? Was it Noob that was showing off like his massive stack of Purge blocks?
Purge blocks. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's like you put them in a box until you come up with something good.
Right. Yeah. All right. Next up, Graffiti. Oh man, his stuff is awesome. It is a DIY colored resin print, famous Pumpkin Queen by Wexter. Yeah. And I put a bit more orange ink to the now clear resin, and check this out. Oh, I mean, and I know we're showing Halloween stuff after Halloween, but this stuff was tagged before that. So,
dang,
I
it
love
looks like golden syrup. I want to eat it. Doesn't it look tasty?
Yes,
jade or like maple, like hardened maple.
Yeah, maple.
Now I'm going for some pancakes. I'll see you later. But I just love the color. I love, man, that's a great print. That's hot.
I love resin for the ability to like change the colors so easily and add glitter and stuff. Like it's really, really fun if you like.
Have you done much resin work, Billy?
Yeah, I quite like resin. I've simulated opals and stuff by adding glitter, and I really like resin. It's very fun. That's gorgeous. Right. Well done.
So one person's spare parts are another person's semi-truck. So I saw this and I was like, yeah, we got to put this on there. Look at this.
Oh,
that's the back of it?
amazing.
Jeez,
Oh, that is too cool.
that's
This is
incredible.
so clever. That's awesome.
That's got to weird you out, like following that down the highway. You're like,
I feel like
what am I looking at here?
I feel like I want to like pull up behind it, and then while like my wife is sleeping, just start screaming, and then she wakes up and sees the front of a semi right there.
That would be terrifying.
It would be. We actually play that joke while you see semis. You see tow trucks towing trucks and stuff backwards. So that's a big thing. If you look it on YouTube, there's a ton of those funny videos. But look at that.
That's amazing. I love how the bike has the diesel plumes as well that come out the top. It makes it.
It's got like the giant fuel tanks
It's
on
only,
it. Still.
It's only 6,100 pounds.
Is
like
that
a
all?
Mad Max with shinier.
Holy moly!
It's probably as aerodynamic as a barn, but you got the power to push it. So the whole thing acts as like a scoop as he's driving down into the back of that thing. That's crazy.
That's phenomenal. Well, nice work. Business Insider posted that, and I think that is a phenomenal. I mean, the maker who made this is a make, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got next? Oh, I remember this one. So Prusa was talking about GIFs and what are you going to print? This is a little like mini Prusa research factory, right?
Yep.
And Filament Frenzy, I think you tagged this one, didn't you?
I did. Well, amongst others, I'm sure. Yeah. But this was I hadn't seen his work before, and I followed it after Joe posted that Little Cities thing.
Yeah, this is super cool.
But this guy's got mad skills, man. And Hengist. I don't. Yeah. Yeah, if you haven't seen him, he there he is, Neil 3D Prints.
Right here?
Yeah, you got to check him out. He does obviously all these little animated characters, but then he's the one behind the Little Cities, and
that's
very
cool.
Very artistic.
And I love all the characters and their expressions. I love that.
The old 3.5 floppy dude. You got your toilet guy, your milk guy that looks like he's out of that. What was that?
Yeah.
There was a video that had that.
The old milk. Wasn't there a commercial?
Was it Blur video? The coffee and TV. Anyway, he looks just like that milk carton. And then you got
the ant is calling to me.
Look at the Game Boy.
Yes,
it's
and a Rubik's Cube.
Nice.
I love him. I just followed him.
This reminds me of what is it? Ants in My Pants or what? What was that game? There was a game or something. All right. Nice work. Brian Vines. Let's see. The Crow in his last video, he designed to part hold an Arduino Nano and a servo and wrote some code. What do you think? So this is our resident, what do you call him? Dad joker or punster?
The pun master general.
Pun master. Yeah. So here you go. Let's check it out.
Oh.
So good.
Does he say nevermore? He should.
That
say
would be awesome.
Nevermore.
At the end, he says, "Quoth the Raven."
Oh, it's so good. It's so realistic. Like that movement is very convincing, isn't it?
Oh, yes, I imagine servos are perfect for bird movements, right?
Yeah, well, for a crow, they're very jerky. Yeah. Nice work.
Beautiful. I love it.
Nice work, Brian. Definitely a hot make. And I thought that's hot. What do you think in the chat? I know we haven't been watching a lot of the chat because we're focused in on our hot makes this week, but hot or not? What do you think? Hot or not? Let's see it.
Flamin'
hot.
Yeah, hot to love that one.
Oh, all right.
Mr. Bugman.
Yeah, Bugman. Check this out.
Yeah.
It's, I believe this is craft resin and mica powders. Vinyl decals were cut by it looks like his hubby there with Cricut, and I think this is a really fun project.
That is
speaking of craft resins, right, Billy?
Yeah. That is super cute. Love it.
Caleb says we need Will Smith. That's hot soundbite.
That'd be great.
I gotta bring the soundboard back. I gotta try it again. I was getting mad feedback on that thing when we had it before, but I'll bet you it's better. I'll have to play with it.
Definitely. I'm gonna have to play this. I have a Cricut maker, and now I want to make some more stuff with it. All right. Nice work, guys. Next, I think this is something that you maybe were talking back and forth with Billy, and maybe you can explain what this is, because I was trying to figure out what this was, because I don't think I can officially play this video.
Post yesterday. It's right behind me.
What is it? Oh, she's very excited.
Yes. She was commenting down here how there she is. And I don't know how you say this. Scotty?
This is super duper cool. It allows you to join filament together. So if you've chopped two pieces of filament, or you want to change color midway through and you want to just join pieces together, you can with this tool, which I can't get the packet open. I'm just going to tear it. So what you do is you have this little thing that she's showing up on the camera. And in here is a bit of PTFE tube in there. Yep. And so you put one filament in this end and the other filament in this end. And then you get a heat source, like a lighter or whatever, hold it underneath and melt the bits where they join in this little ring here. So melt them in here. And then you push them through into this PTFE tube, which is got the diameter of 1.75 mil. And then that, like, it just cools in there. And then they're joined.
It's a manual splice core.
Exactly.
I don't know if you've ever done the palette before, but that's basically the same concept that the palette uses.
100%. Yep.
That's fantastic. And who is this inventor?
I'm not sure whether she invented it, because I found this on AliExpress, and I think she sent a link to it on Amazon or something. So I got mine on Amazon.
Okay, but she's not the inventor.
French
no,
YouTuber.
I think she's demonstrating it. Yeah.
But she's a French YouTuber, and she's well worth a watch. She has really cool. I don't understand a word she says, but it's still very, very awesome to watch, because, like, really, really cool stuff.
Awesome. I love it. Well, you'll have to do your own little review of it and let us know how it goes.
Yeah, I haven't used it yet. I only came yesterday.
There's a special message for you.
A shave. I need a shave.
I need a dang haircut. If you could tell me which one is the dang hair, I'll cut it. Anyways, nice. And now I know what that is, and I'm gonna have to check out her YouTube. Maybe they do captions in different languages. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Can't remember.
Maybe you should learn some French, Jim.
Oui. I forgot it all. I took it in like 7th grade. Je m'appelle Jacques.
I started to learn French once, and then I just got so frustrated by all the extra letters. I'm like, why do you have so many letters? And then one of my friends told me why, and it was because they used to charge, the printing press people used to charge per letter, and they wanted to rip off all the rich people. So they just added more letters into words.
Is that true?
Apparently. I don't know. This is what I heard. And I was like, that's amazing. Because, like, L'homme is how you say the man, and it's LAHOMME. And I'm like, it's l'homme. Like, that is way shorter than la homme. L'homme. So I was like, dang. And it makes, it makes a kind of sense.
I love it.
Yeah.
We're learning some French here tonight too. See, educated, baby. Love it.
There you go. I thought she said extra lettuce. Was very confused.
Letters. Sorry. Nice. That would be my accent or my.
Right, Jim. Nice. Let's see. Tim says, does he look like at Joel Telling? And I think Joel actually tagged this as HotMakes, so we'd see it. I'm not so great at painting, so I turned it to Photos Mint's Safety Joel model in an MMU version. 63 hours, 1,450 tool changes. Check this guy out.
It's so good. I mean, he nailed everything down to the pasty white legs there. He he just everything. Joel's in the chat. I see him right now.
I love it.
Joel. You can Joel.
That is awesome.
Yeah. And it's like a spitting image, Joel, right?
It really is. He nailed it all around. Joel loves to wear his goggles all the time like that.
Oh, there we go.
And his acetylene backpack. Like a scary concept. Strap an acetylene tank to your back.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I like the sneaks though. Some fly kicks on that guy.
Kind of a progression here. It's pictures of each piece. It looks like that's what that is. It's hard to see it's kind of hard to see because it's a little, but there you go.
Oh, that was good. That was good timing. It's like
Yeah.
I did the little zoom and you zoomed in. It was amazing. All right.
I got you.
Yeah.
Someday I'll
Joel,
meet Joel in the flesh.
Joel says, super pasty legs, white socks hiked to my knees, New Balance sneakers.
Nailed
Love it. Rocking the dad look.
I love
it.
What I love
Please.
is that he can come in and have some fun with this too, because this guy did such an amazing job with this MMU print, and it's fun to see, you know, not only the person that made it, but the person that it's made of, and kind of get the feedback on both. So
Yeah, right.
Incredible.
we should do a show like that, like people who print something of another person and then not tell them and bring that other person on.
Fan
A
art.
print of you.
I like it. All
That'd
right.
be cute.
What do we got? We got a lot of these. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, this
good. One of
was
those little
super
creepy
cool.
leg
Yes.
robot walking animal things.
Yes.
I want one
If you
of
can't
these.
afford $75,000 for a spot, Chop is a small DIY quadrupod with a Raspberry Pi and Adreno Mega. I love this.
It's adorable.
I would love to have one of those as my pet. It would be
Me
crazy.
too.
I love it.
It's so cute. I want one. Oh, look at it.
Billy's in love.
I am.
Cute.
I want to hug it.
How do you pet it?
I love it.
Right
Oh,
behind its
that's awesome.
wiring harness.
I
The little
love it.
rubbies.
So
Yeah.
good. All right. Steph,
0.3 meters
raw
per second.
and unfinished ghastly magic.
All of her work is
I
amazing.
love Steph's die.
The goddess
I
of
love
resin herself.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this is you've seen her stuff, right, Billy?
Yeah. I am bell
So it's-
notified for her.
What's fun to see it not finished. We don't see that very often. At least I haven't seen a lot of that.
These are raw dye, raw and unfinished.
Yeah, I'm imagine that means like not polished and all that, because normally we see them all shiny and sparkly and yeah. Good stuff.
Mm.
Nice job, Steph. Jordan.
Oh,
I love these. Jordan,
Yes,
so
these were
well,
such a
so
cool idea.
wonderful.
Yeah. I don't know if I can. Yeah, why not? I think we can click that. Just no one, little keychains. And
so great.
yeah, they are pretty awesome. I'm trying to find. I thought someone had a description of what they are. Yeah, I can't
They're
find
from the
it.
game Among Us.
Yeah, I gotta
basically.
show this
And
to
That's-
yeah,
my
it's a
son.
Is that
very
what it was?
different
Okay.
game. Yeah,
I don't
and
remember.
it's
The game has actually been around a while, hasn't it?
yeah, I think so.
But
Yeah.
it's only like kind of gotten into like crazy viral popularity like more recently.
Not sure, but
Is that where the sus thing came from?
Yeah, that's it.
yeah, that's
You're trying to figure out which one is like the killer that goes around killing all the.
oh, in Among Us, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's good fun.
Squints.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. Brian Vines. This was a cool video. I just wanted to throw this in here because someone did tag it. If you have time, check out BV3D's channel. He did a really, and this is where the Raven came from. You can see it there.
Yeah.
But he did a really cool video on Halloween prints. And I love, well, obviously we saw the Raven already, but I love some of the stuff he did. And if you have time, Dan, if you're out there, I think Dan can still link. Throw the link up for Brian's YouTube. I don't know if this will work if I just copy it from here, but such a good video. I wanted to shout out to Brian because this was a fun video. If you guys have a little bit of time.
Did he
Brian.
didn't actually model the Raven though, right? He just
I don't think so. No. Yeah.
And then he added the mechatronic component.
Now
to
he's
it.
probably in chat going, wait, but there we go. Oh man, I can't remember. I don't think he did. I should chat him and ask him quick, but Dan's on it. He said 1 second, he's getting it. But all right. Matthew. So this is a little bit behind, but this was what was tagged.
He finished that weeks ago.
Yeah. So we got the
So
Chrome.
fast.
Yeah, he's probably driving it by now.
He is driving it. Yeah.
Let's see. He modified the Raven and added the Adreno. There we go. Thank you guys. So I don't know if you've been following Matthew Nicholas's build, but he's actually building a huge Ecto 1. And at this point, he was just putting Chrome on it. I know he's actually further than this now, but this was I wanted to show this one because I absolutely love the chrome work.
It's amazing, man.
Yeah. I love it. It's so much cool.
His whole everything he does is amazing. His whole workshop is amazing.
Did you see the episode where we walked through his workshop?
Yeah, it's incredible. Like everything, just everything.
Yeah. It's not within arm's reach, or I'd pull out the Star-Lord helmet he sent me.
Yeah, you got Star-Lord outfit. Yeah.
This was a Toymaker 3D model on the bed of a 10S5, CR10S5 for scale. He printed at 200% painted and assembled, articulating joints and all. That is huge. Awesome.
Those beds are enormous. That's huge. Wow. Very fun.
Look at this guy. I love this. And it's all articulating, which is super awesome.
Yeah, man. I like that.
Yeah.
Nice work. Autobots. Anyways, I
can't do it. I wish I could.
I threw this one in for Pooch, the functional print. This person, Dan Kessler, printed the first functional print, and it's for his home automation. But I just love when people come up with ideas and make functional stuff. I know you do too. And I don't know if it's modular. I know that would have been like all in for you, but
that is gorgeous.
I'm really into home automation stuff, actually. This is interesting. So it's a garage door opener based on the Sonoff SV, and it includes a down-looking distance sensor for car presence. No, that's
so like it won't close on your car.
I'd love to see more on that. That's it's intriguing because I was actually working on doing so I use like a Z-Wave setup around my house, and like my garage door is an old dumb one, so I was just creating like a relay based switch for it so I could open and close it from my phone, when I wanted to. And I thought maybe, but this looks like it's a little more in depth, something to do with the presence of the car in there.
That's awesome. You can tell if your car got stolen or not because it says, hey, your car's missing.
Your car is no longer in your garage.
Oh, this is a follow-up.
Oh, Willow.
She is, the Willow Creative people over there. Or she made this. Remember the werewolf?
Yeah.
So we just saw it when it was like a frame, right?
Right, and it was like, what is that little bar? And it's like to make.
She is completely done with it now. Let's see if I can.
Oh, that's awesome.
The eyes and the blinking.
Yeah.
Honestly, like move. Isn't it supposed to like move the?
It's supposed to snarl underneath, but I'm not sure. Oh, there we go. You can.
Yeah.
Like, you can kind of see the bottom of the lip.
Like where it bares its teeth.
Yep.
That's incredible.
Right?
Wow.
What do you think those teeth are made out of?
Werewolf teeth.
Werewolf teeth.
I mean, it took a while to get to them.
Genuine.
Just add werewolf teeth.
That's
totally easy to get a hold of. Yeah.
Definitely. I had to throw this in as a follow-up because I love that we saw the frame. There's if you check out go to Willow Creative here. All the links are in the description of the video. There's a Google Doc. They're all posted in there under episode 31. And she has a whole bunch of stuff for this whole outfit, and they're already working on new stuff. But I wanted to give us a follow-up on that. I loved it. It was phenomenal how she did with the random blinks and the mouth opening when she opens her mouth. And it's so cool.
Like, where do you think she's able to see out of? Like a lot of times, like those little. Is it through the mouth? I
don't know. That's a good point. Maybe it's like cameras in the eyes and there's a screen in there or something. That would be amazing.
Sometimes they have patches by the nose,
right?
But,
I don't see any though. Like,
but that's
sometimes through the mouth.
You're not supposed
to know. All right. Okay. What time we got? 6:32. We better rock and roll. So, I know already. Couldn't wait any longer. This is a creature from the Black Lagoon mask from Wexter, printed on a Prusa MK3S, and I absolutely love the Polyalchemy Emerald City Elixir.
Amazing,
so good.
Jordan.
This is a really interesting niche that Wexter and some others have gotten into in the days of COVID, right? Where people want to add a little personality, a little flair to their mask and stuff. And I think it's a great, fun way, and it advocates for 3D printing and brings more people into the community. I would love to see more of this. Honestly, this would be a fantastic multi-material print. Tom, if you're listening, wink, wink. just getting the teeth done or whatever, just to add a little extra dimension to the piece. Not that it really needs it. It's amazing as it is, but really cool.
Nice.
Awesome.
All right, what do we got?
It's got
These were cool.
It had a little screening, so you just would wear it over like a standard surgical mask or something. Oh, look at these little guys.
Right?
Adorable.
Orange is looking a little sus to me.
Sus.
Yeah, a little sus. But yeah,
I love the meat person that got eaten. Just how it's like a bone.
It's in the game, yeah. Like whenever someone dies, no matter how they die, they get split in half with a little bone sticking up out of it.
Just one bone.
Yeah, one bone. Yeah, it's very.
Actually, everybody knows the Among Us characters all consist of one femur. They're just single.
I mean, how many bones do you really need?
But they don't have arms, so they just.
I love it.
I
love the prints too. They're super
meat
cool.
on a stick, basically. Yeah.
Well, aren't we all?
Yeah. Right. But yeah, the resin visors. That's a cool. Into that. Ooh,
just Shane. Grabbed a roll of Mystic Green and and did some legendary busts from Photos Mint. Yeah, Master Chief here. Yeah. Great print here.
So Photos, there's so much good talent, Sidnick and Eastman, and I mean what they've done to promote this space, and you see that, and it's modern day sculpture, and it is
really
this is stuff that people are really proud to obviously paint and put on their mantle and display around their house. I mean, it's so just fantastic.
I 100% agree. And what I like is that this filament is so shiny. I love how it picks up the light.
Right.
So good. Nice work, Shane. What we got cooking here? Love
me some Damascus steel.
Soon we got to have Sean on, right? Sean? Yeah.
2 weeks.
Oh, good. I haven't.
We're sending them to Australia for training because I don't know if you knew this, but we only have Aussie guests nowadays.
Yeah.
I'm glad he can stay on my couch. I love Sean. He is.
Oh, you hear that, Sean? We're sending you to live with Billy. So
that would be
that
lovely.
Sounds good. But you can only come back on if you pick up the accent.
Can't wait to hear Sean with the Aussie accent. That'd be good.
Okay. I love it.
How long does it take to learn a proper Aussie accent, Billy?
I have no idea. I know people have been here like 20 years and they still have an American accent, but some people lose it in like 6 months. So who knows?
It's probably because they're just not trying.
I don't know. Yeah.
Your whole life? I mean,
no. Me? Oh, how long have I had it? Yeah.
So this is etching in Damascus. He takes it, right? And he drops it in the acid. Let's just do this. You guys see this?
It puts the Damascus in the acid.
Yep. And it etches it, right? So, and then, so we saw that part. And if we scroll down, I love it.
I love his new logo. Did you see that? His little initial logo thing that he did there? That's pretty sweet, huh?
So good.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, he makes
the pattern, like the fact that you get like that grain. Actually, it's very apropos for, I don't know if that's the right word, but for 3D printing, I guess, like where it almost looks like it has layer lines, like a topographical.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I love it. I think a prereq to having him come on is also we each get one. I mean,
yes.
Naturally. So here's a little rocket ride printed on the Piopoli Phenom and the Sonic Mini and Soraya Tech Fast. It's powered by an Adreno Nano, and let's just do this. I love that.
Ooh.
So cute.
Ooh. I love it. Great.
That's perfect. It reminds me of things right by the grocery store.
I know. Don't sit on this one, though.
Yeah. Rocket ride. Very cool.
I love that. That's awesome. Nice work.
Yeah.
Lewis Harris does some really fun stuff, and that is one of my favorites from him. So I love the little machine in the back here.
Good old Wally Gator, man.
Yeah. All right. Oh my god, have you seen these?
I did, and I was
Hand
like, "What?"
Carved coins that come alive with a squeeze or a touch.
Check it out, everybody. Enhance. There we go.
I'm gonna do this. We're going all in.
Yeah,
on
you
this
got
one.
you got to see you got to get the full effect.
This is
almost
my
worth
make
paying
of the
for
week.
1080p, Jim.
Hey, today should be in 1080p.
Oh, we 1080p today?
I think so. It's the last day. I did it for last week's stream too.
Oh, we're going back to low res, standard def.
I know. Got to put my makeup back on.
Wait,
Anyways,
all right, fine.
Here you go.
These are actual coins at size that are mechanically actuated via these like tiny little.
Oh, they're
Did you
amazing.
see? Look at that.
They're amazing.
What?
It blows my mind.
I don't know what you call this style of artwork, but it reminds me of like the little characters in Monty Python, you know, like interludes. Look at that.
So good.
Good. Look at the size of it. I mean, the detail and the tooling that he must have to be able to do this.
This is my make of the week. Let us know in the chat what you think, hot or not. I'm saying hit that hot button. Hot.
That is like magma hot. It's amazing.
Easily make it the month, man. I mean, this is just crazy.
This was pretty awesome too.
Oh, I did like this too. Yeah.
Yeah. The faces.
Faces.
Anything you want, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she did.
Well, originally she was doing like the Lost in Space character, right?
Oh.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Robot.
So good. So good.
I love it.
All right. We're almost there.
That could be a fun one for COVID too, if it actually like filtered, you know,
right.
Set safe, walk around with your personality mask thing.
Little Greg's Maker Coiner. Someone said that was real hot. Anyways, Greg's Maker Coiner. Rainbow Chompy. I love the Rainbow Chompy.
It's beautiful. Super cute.
I'm a fan of the Rainbow Chompy. Love his teeth. It's so good. All right. Nice work, Greg. 3D printing time lapse 1 meter high.
Do it.
This is a minute long, so we might rock and roll through a little bit, but I have that model in rainbow
3 feet for you people with freedom units in mind.
Oh, that's huge. Wow. Look at that chair next to it.
Seriously.
Right.
What printer is this? Custom?
I think it's if I remember right, he built a printer that's a meter by like a meter or something.
Did a meter
like that.
cube, yeah.
I could be wrong because the bed doesn't look like a meter wide, but that is some really good layers for such a
holy smokes. What layer? What you got any details on layer height?
Got the deets.
Give me the deets. Look at that. Two-man bed unload.
Yeah, look at that printer. There we go. I just wanted to back it up there. Look at the size. They're inside of it.
Wow.
You got to climb in to remove the print from the bed. Hot.
Very
hot alert.
Hot alert. Hot alert. Hot alert.
Hot.
That is awesome. If you have to climb in your printer to get the print off the bed, that's a big printer. All right. Nice work.
Excellent conclusion. Yes.
Thank you. It's very thought out. And no, I love this little guy. There we go. Oogie Boogie.
Sweet. Oh, lovely.
So good.
That's
nice
cool.
work there.
Love the texture.
Yeah. The burlap sack.
Fantastic.
Couple more. Probably going to be everyone's hot makes at Repcord. Inspired me by the amazing Das Mia programmable filament. What was that?
Agreed. Yes.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah. You can download the paper and the articles. Interesting, but still limited based on spiral size. I haven't watched this yet. Have you?
Oh, you have to watch. Put it on because people need to see this.
Okay,
So I don't know if you guys remember, Billy. You've seen the programmable filament, or like Dasmia's technique, where she would like make multiple color filament from her spiral.
Yeah.
So these people, I think was it Japan? Some students like took it a step further and basically ended up doing kind of like what Palette does, but instead of doing splices on the fly, it's a printed version based on what you're trying to achieve. So that Benchy was programmed based on that printed spool.
Oh,
That is amazing.
Right? So they're printing filament and then printing with it.
Correct. And so you're given the slicing the multicolor.
I see right there.
Yep.
That's amazing. Wow.
Okay, that's cool.
Oh, that is incredible. What?
Yeah, they've gotten some pretty incredible results from this. So, and with any printer, obviously, too. So it's not a fast process. Obviously, it's a 2-step process, but it's very, very creative way.
That is blown my mind.
It looks like it would take quite a while, but nice. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's really neat.
That's incredible.
Very cool. Heck a day. Someone tagged this. I think it was you.
I tagged it. Yeah, apparently this was an older technique that I just hadn't been aware of.
Yeah, I've actually done it before. It was one of the first things I tried.
But basically using Sharpie to create your own kind of little color effects.
Right.
Which
so it creates something like this, right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Devin, Make Anything, recently did a video on it, which I think that might be his.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks like his.
One more. Daryl. Oh, man. Reprinting a toy. I got to tell you, dude can print. I mean, paint.
Yeah. No, he's multi-talented. Obviously, his modeling abilities are next level, as it is. But I just like this because it was like he didn't print it, he didn't model it, but I think he just wanted to have some fun and do some painting, and so he found a model that he liked, and he said, "Hey, I'm gonna give it some pop." Right.
Well, there you go. Before and after. Phenomenal job, Daryl. I love the paint. I wish I could paint a quarter of this. It would be like spray a little black on there, maybe a little white, and I'm done. Like that's my painting. If I was on a brush, it would be scary.
That's just practice, like anything, right? Billy, you do any painting?
I only just started painting. And they're my first couple of paintings there. The little deer and the
like airbrush, or are you talking about the flat paintings on the wall?
Just gouache, yeah. Mini painting. I don't really do much mini painting. No. I don't do but
woman of many talents. Look at that.
That was for Angus, Maker's Muse. This cute little cockatoo thing. And that was my first one. Little deer. Yeah. Wow. So I started painting.
Wow.
Yeah, but no, not mini painting.
How do you have time to find all these? I mean, I think this segment's in well, Jim. Don't you think? Let's just dive into
Let's do it.
Segment. I mean, you are a woman of many, many talents, and I first heard of you back when we were doing Catch Up, when you were kind of doing the infographic thing. But I know you've had your hands in a lot of different things, over the years, and it sounds like it's just, you see things that appeal to you and you're just like, I'm going to try it. I'm going to do it. And so a Renaissance woman, I mean, do you have any like favorites or like what's your best at, or is it you just like the variety?
I've probably maxed out the skill tree in sewing. I worked as a couturier, so that's about as high as it goes in sewing. So really fancy, finicky handwork. So really love textiles and that sort of world. And 3D printing I've been obsessed with for a few years now, though I wouldn't call myself an expert because I'm not great on the technical side, but I definitely really enjoy the technology. So those are two I keep coming back to, but I've dabbled in many, many, many handcrafts and stuff.
That's great. I mean, yeah, you guys, she's being super modest here because I don't know, Jim, you'll have to look up, or maybe Dan can send you a link or something in the background, but like Billy claims to not be, technical and stuff, but she has a very, very good understanding of 3D printing based on the fact that she teaches it via her, infographic vehicles. And I think that there's a lot of little nuggets. There's one, in fact, one of the first ones I saw, and I've got it here. I'll send a link, is the one where you did model making programs. Infographic on that. And I saw it on Reddit, I think a while back.
Yeah.
And I love infographics because they kind of speak to I don't want to say the laziness of people in this day and age, but it's like we need visuals to really drive messages home. And it's a great vehicle for teaching. And, to continue on what I was saying, is in order to teach something, I think you have to have another level of understanding to really explain things with clarity.
Yeah, well, I guess I struggled so much to learn 3D printing because I came from a relatively non-mechanical sort of background, I suppose, and like troubleshooting and stuff was quite a big challenge for me. And I guess I just wanted to help avoid it for other people. So yeah, I just wrote down everything I learned, and I was moderating the subreddit at the time, so I could see lots of other people struggling with the same things. So I thought I would, but
it's a much needed, I think, part of the whole thing, because I think we're so quick to just want to dive in and get into the printing, but a lot of people don't even have the fundamental understandings of what is actually happening. And you do just a really great job of breaking it down for people. So hopefully we can get some links up so people can see, your infographics and stuff. I think that's a really underserved part of the community. And I just love that you took the time, just altruism out of the goodness of your heart, said, hey, I struggled with this. I wanted to understand it. And you break it down in a fantastic way that's easy for anyone to understand.
Thank you.
Kudos.
Well, it just goes to show,
because has been for a while. Oh, sorry. No, you go.
Right. No, you're good. I was going to say, it just goes to show, like, you've got your hands in kind of so many cookie jars per se. I mean, we were talking a little bit about the show, and you have a ton of publication stuff coming out, right?
Yeah. So I just finished Hackaday Remoticon. I did 2 presentations for them. One was how to 3D print onto fabric, and the other was how to make guides that people actually use, I called it, which talks through some of the concepts behind how I go about designing things like those posters. And yeah, so that was amazing, and I felt very, very blessed to be involved. It's kind of cool this year. So many things going remote, so I actually get to attend a lot of things I haven't before, which is very, very cool. But yeah, I'm in Hackspace magazine this week with my keycaps, this month, sorry, and in Make magazine with my CAD tips. So yeah,
that's just like Make magazine. That's big time, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And Hackspace is the Raspberry Pi one, so
I'm just like both of those, obviously.
Mind blown. Yeah, I'm very lucky.
Jim hasn't even been in Make magazine yet, so I mean, good for you.
I'll give him a nudge.
Yeah. I'm not as cool. No,
I mean, just really great contributions as a whole. Now, so I wanted to segment though into something that I think is important as a female in the space. Like, what do you feel like it's going to take to get more women involved in 3D printing? Like, how do we have just mass appeal? Because it's obviously a very male heavy space.
Yeah, so I actually, I'm an ambassador for Women in 3D Printing, which is a global organization that aims to do that. And it's really, really interesting that when you put women in a safe space, how many come out of the woodwork. Like for a long time, and I think still, the Women in 3D Printing group is the largest 3D printing group in Brisbane. And I'm sure that's replicated elsewhere. So I think it's more that a lot of the women that I encounter through that organization and through other places don't feel as comfortable like tooting their own horn, if that makes sense. And I think it's because honestly, like we get torn down sometimes. Like Reddit, my experience on the 3D printing subreddit made me realize why feminism was needed. It was appalling, some of the stuff that happened to me there. And yeah, like saying I shouldn't show my face or I shouldn't show my fingers even because it was clear I was a girl and I was just seeking upvotes and I was clearly only doing 3D printing for attention. I mean, that's just crazy. Why wouldn't I be doing it for the same reason all of us are doing it, and so there is like still this crazy archaic barrier, which totally blew my mind because 3D printing's so modern. So, yeah, I think it's such a hard question to answer in a short time, but I think there's a lot of work to be done really in just encouraging and calling out bad behavior and not standing for it. And if anyone who follows me on Twitter will see my semi-regular rants to that effect.
I think you're right. I mean, it's a problem of the internet in general that just people can very easily just hide behind the internet for bad behavior, right? But that you know, as a female, I think you're subject to it just to the nth degree, and you know, not just criticism, but you know, inappropriateness and sexual comments and all this stuff that just there's no place for, because we're just trying to learn and have fun. I have to ask though, I know that it's probably easy to get frustrated and wrapped up in that, but you know, how do you maintain positivity? Because wouldn't you say that the majority of the community is a good place? I think it's just really easy for us to get dragged down in a lot of the negativity, not to downplay any of the stuff that you're talking about. But I feel like people need that reminder because we get caught up on the bad stuff a lot and don't really focus on the positive.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the majority is awesome. All of the people here and the people in the chat and stuff are awesome friends and allies and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it is a small minority. It's just a relatively loud minority, I suppose. They can have quite an effect. But yeah, I think the thing that keeps me coming back is just the making in itself. Like it just, I just love making, and I do like showing off, and I think that's fine because that's what we're all doing, right? When we post our prints, we're all showing off. It just seems to be me that gets called out for showing off. And you know, I can own that in myself, that I like a bit of attention for what I do. So I'm not too proud to say that. So yeah, I keep coming back because I keep sharing, and I keep like seeing what other people want, like what other people are making, and being inspired by that. And I love seeing other people achieve what they want to achieve too. So I guess the community does bring me back. The good parts of the community brings me back and makes it worthwhile.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. It's frustrating. Yeah,
I mean, I'm showing one of them now, and I just love how you put this stuff together. You like someone in earlier said it's easy, it's digestible, and it's easy to follow, and that's why they really liked your stuff. And I know you know, we've seen some things that people just like remove the top and post it as their own. I know we called them out on this show. It was like a couple months ago, I think. But all of that aside, I mean, you absolutely do a great job at this stuff. And I think the community is definitely better off with you and everybody who puts this stuff together. Not, you know, it doesn't matter who you are. You spent a lot of time on this, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It like making these sorts of things is a skill. Like it's something you can definitely learn to do. So yeah, I think I might do a couple of videos on the sorts of skills that I use to make this. The one that I did for Emoticon is probably the beginning, and it's those kind of concepts behind it. But yeah, I think it's a good thing to have. And if more people have this skill, then we can share more knowledge. So I think that's a good thing.
Right. And here's another one, right? I mean, it's CAD design tips for 3D printing. I made this myself, but I thought I'd show it to you quick. No, I'm just joking. But no, this is super awesome. And you know, people like myself who have no idea about CAD, I don't know anything. It's this kind of stuff that really would help me. So, you know, nice work on that. And I'm gonna have to look at these now.
You found a really much needed, great niche here. And you know, I question you're talking about like, oh yeah, people, I think everybody has different motives for why they put stuff up on there and whatnot. And I would argue that yes, maybe for some it's attention, but you know, in this day and age, like people, you are your own brand, and you do need to, obviously a lot of people are trying to make a living on this space, and they need to find a way to get the things out here. And something like this though, where your face isn't really on it. You put your name and your brand on it, and you have a nice little piece at the bottom that says, "Hey, for more info, go here." But I don't look at something like this and be like, "Oh, obviously she's self-promoting." I mean, like this is probably one of the most altruistic, you know, things that you see out there, where it's just like you put this together to help other people, and it does. And everybody has probably come across one of your things before and probably didn't even realize you were the one behind it.
Right. Like this one specifically in the 3D printing world, this is the one that I remember a few months ago someone took and just took the top off of it, right? And
that person apologized, by the way. They reached out to me and apologized. And
nice. Yeah. So, but the thing is, and I think 3D Maker Kid says that they use your stuff, like teach people and help people every day. It's stuff like this one I'm looking at right here. I mean, when you're brand new, even if you're not brand new to 3D printing, and you look at this, you can understand, oh, am I too close? Am I too far? I mean, it's very easy to understand. So awesome job on this.
Thank you. Yeah, I want to make some more.
Even if you've been at it for a while, it's a good refresher in here for like a lot of people, because I think it's easy to kind of lose sight of some of that, or there's some little nuggets in there that I think are, for anybody to pick up. So I love them.
Thank you. I'm blushing. Can't tell because my lights are pink, but I can feel it. Thank you.
No, and speaking of awesome makes, the shop, the area you're in right now, you've been playing with that recently too, and totally remodeling it, right?
Yeah, so I moved in a couple of months ago, and sort of set up this space, and I'm really, really enjoying it. I'm finding it. I've always lived in a trash heap, basically, and I really was very thoughtful about how I set this one up and made spaces for current projects and stuff. And I'm really happy with it working really well, and it's staying tidy, and really, really feeling comfy in here.
It's got to be the nicest trash heap I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's not anymore, but historically, literally, you'd have to wade through my craft spaces. Like, it was bad.
And I heard a rumor, Billy, that you actually have a filament named after you now, right?
Yeah.
I do, yes, a Green Gate 3D one. So 100% recycled and made in America, which is very, very cool. Yeah.
Do we have a sample we can pull up?
I got one. I got one over here.
Okay. Well, she's doing that. I don't know. Is it on the Green Gate website too? What is it? What makes it? What gives it the essence of Billie Ruben?
It's got a cheeky name like cherry pie, and it's sweet. It's this gorgeous translucent. It reminds me of like toffee apples. It's like a translucent red color. Here.
Oh yeah, I like
so
it.
It's like very, very shiny and yes. I made a video about it, and I do lick it because it just looks so tasty.
Don't lick the filament.
All right then. You heard it here, folks.
That's a great color.
Licks her filament.
Only this one. It just looks really tasty.
So is that COVID safe? I mean, we should throw that out there. Let's not go licking everybody's filaments.
Not other people's filament. Only lick your own filament.
It's okay, it's your filament. Yeah.
I love the look. It's a really cool color, and I love that it's recycled too.
Yeah, me too. So many people talk about recycling filament, and they actually, do it. So I think that's really, really cool. And really, really, really happy that they reached out to me.
That's how you know you've made it, when you get a filament in your honor. That's fantastic. Is that a print you did with it?
These are some feathers I've been making. And they actually have like little feathery bits. They actually like move.
Those
like
are
feathers.
printed.
Those are printed. Yeah, using a little slicer trick. And I will get a video made this week. It will be my goal for the week. But I've got a little slicer trick that allows you to make them.
Look at that, guys. Get enhanced. There we go. That
this
is
one's just
phenomenal.
A thin one. But I'm pretty excited about this, and it shows off a technique that I think is underutilized, and that's creating settings per object or for parts of objects, which I think has a lot of broader applications too for like strength and stuff as well. So I'm going to talk about this in a video soon.
Well, I'm sure we'll see it in a hot make very soon once you get it up there. That's awesome.
They're already calling out in chat and saying that's a hot make and what? And that's
what? Exclusive. There you go.
Nice.
Hot make exclusive.
So good.
Oh,
that's really. But she's a noob. She's a total noob. She doesn't know what she's doing.
I just mean like technical wise. Like if you start talking to me about motors and stuff, I'm like, I don't know.
What slicer are you using?
This is for Cura. But okay. I think you can do per object settings in others. I'm not sure, but I use Cura a lot. Yeah, Jordan, love ya.
Look forward to seeing the deep dive on it.
Yes.
Will do.
Yeah. They said that Brian needs to reprint his Raven and include feathers now.
I almost said that, but I didn't want to steal Brian's light. But I was like, Brian, feathers. Let's do this.
He can't steal Brian's light. He won't allow it.
He's a beautiful soul.
He is, and that sounds like an awesome enhancement, right? I mean, that actually adds that would add such a wild dimension to a print like that. Now, granted, that's a lot of potential print time, but I mean, how cool is that?
I'm really excited about it because you can make like giant ones. Like you could do cosplay wings and like have full proper feathers on the cosplay wings. And these are so like in the sun, they are so shiny. There's a part of it. So I did a video on the green gate filament, and there's a shot of this in the sunlight, and it glows like gold. Like it looks like it's on fire. It's crazy. Like very realistic feathers. I think it would be a lot of fun.
So take that meter printer we saw a little while ago and make like giant
angel wings or like a belt printer, you know, like
belt printer.
So
Someone said, I wonder if it would work on a belt printer.
Yeah.
Depending on, I don't know how it works. I'm gonna have to watch your video to find out.
Dave Randolph says, you impressed Dave. That's
well, earlier, I don't know if you saw it, but David Shorey was commenting that he saw your stuff. I believe it was Hackaday on the fabric. And he's kind of like the king of printing on fabric, so that was a pretty awesome thing. Shout out from David.
I love David. Yeah, I pretty much fawned about him in that whole talk. I was just like, and David's amazing, and this is another thing David's done. And no, but David is amazing. Like, what a mind!
That'd be an awesome collaboration, guys. Like, you should really talk to him about doing something. Yes. I mean, between the two of you, like. I mean, not that you need it. Obviously, it's your fantastic idea. I'm just
guess who just joined us right now? It's a little late. We're supposed to be done by now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Brian is.
We're just talking. His ears were burning.
Yeah, we were just talking about. We showed your motorized Raven a little while ago, and I'm gonna let Billy pull up something that she just created, and you need to put on your Raven, Brian. Look at this. It's
3D printed feathers.
Where's the black ones?
They are 3D printed. The black ones probably show up better on the camera, but this one's kind of a dodgier print. The other ones are nicer prints. But yeah, feathers.
There's something that you can see the contrast of it a little bit better, I think, on that though.
Yeah,
with the technique, and it's really cool. Even that's a dodgy print, huh? It's hard to tell.
The other ones do look better, I think. But yeah, you can actually see how it's constructed with this one. So yeah,
when
feathers for your Raven.
They're all together, and you see a bunch of them that are just really.
Yes, she's gonna print some, and we're gonna pay her to ship those to Brian so he can stick them in his crow. And someone said the crow needs to be
for Angus. That'd be pretty cool.
Yes.
Oh, I actually nearly made a cockatoo headdress, and because I just love.
I'm sorry, cockatoo. Yeah.
What did you say?
I have cockatiel, and that's definitely a different bird.
They're just another kind of parrot. They're also a thing here. Yeah.
I'm back.
You're good. You're good.
You're good. I have sugar gliders. I don't know what you guys call them out there, but yeah, I have two of them.
Lovely.
But so I know we're a little bit over, and I know you guys said you could stay for a little bit longer. Is there anything new coming up, like inside scoop kind of stuff besides the feather videos? Now we just learned about the feather videos.
She wants more.
But, yeah, I mean, like anything else you want to talk about before we go? Really, I mean, everybody's loving it. We got a great crowd right now. Everybody's loving the Billie Ruben episode, and we love seeing all the cool stuff that you're doing. I mean, kind of oh, there we go.
Hey, David, love you.
Speaking of ringing ears.
Yeah, so while I was making all the slides for the fabric printing workshop, it reminded me of all the things fabric printing can do, and not just beautiful things, but also functional things. So I've been making a watercolor palette with living hinges. I'll show it again. I'll open it up again so we can see. So it opens up like this, and then this becomes like your mixing side.
Yeah.
And these hinges in here are made of fabric, so it's printed onto the fabric, which means that they'll be a lot more durable than if I just printed them alone, you know?
Very good.
Yeah. So I'll be doing a bit of that.
Washable?
Yeah. It should all be washable. It's all just polyester.
Because you can mix the paint on one side. I was thinking if it's washable, you know.
Yeah. It's just polyester. It'll wash fine. And I'm gonna make some little cups basically that go over either side. So this all closes up, and then those become the water cups for this little traveling, watercolor gouache
That
kit.
is very clever, Billy. I love it.
Great idea.
And a good mixed media thing. You know, we've seen some print on screen and fabric and stuff before, but I love the addition of the practical print to it too. That's fantastic.
Now, if you can make it modular.
I love modular things too. I'm with you, Pooch. Functional and modular things get me going.
We're still waiting. I want to see the poochicorn, the modular poochicorn. Did you print it yet?
I know it's been. Llama is probably hating me too because it's like I haven't done. He gave me a V3 with the interchangeable unicorn horns for the poochicorn, and I still need to print it.
Gotta do it.
I printed the Viking helmet for. Wow, he just changed his. I almost said 3D print Viking, and he changed his name. He rebranded.
It's good with the little.
But I printed the Viking helmet, and he had the poochicorn, and then Llama made him a new poochicorn helmet with interchangeable horns and make Viking. Thank you.
This was V1, and then V2 was the one with the unicorn. It was the one I did in the 3D Pink Mafia with the actual spiral horn. Right. And then V3 has multiple interchangeable horns based on my mood, with like
I love it.
Yeah. Well, what I like about it is you could hollow it out and make it a flask, and then you can walk around with your interchangeable pooch. Just unscrew a little. Hang on, I need to take my horn off. Unscrew your horn. Drink out of your horn, and then
it's like binoculars. You ever see that where you go to the stadium and you just fill the binoculars with the beer, and they just binoculars, but really it's like a flask.
Oh, that's amazing! I love
the one that makes me laugh the most is the bladder one.
The bladder?
Yeah, you wear it like in your stomach, like a bladder.
Okay.
And when you want to use it, historically you'd wear shorts or something. There's a little hose comes out the bottom of your shorts, and you just fill your cup up. And
not sure about that one.
It's hilarious.
You're on your own there, Jim.
YouTube it. It's funny. Remember, I live in Wisconsin. We drink a lot, and if you can't bring beer or adult beverages somewhere, they figure out how.
Gotta be resourceful.
Resourceful. There you go. All right. Well, I tell you what, I know we're a little bit past, but I really, really appreciate you staying. We got a lot of hot makes in today. We got to learn a lot more about Billy, really. And I think we could have like a whole episode just featuring all the different areas in making that you do. I didn't know about some of these. I learned about them as we go on the show tonight. So, great stuff. Paul said, I'm from Wisconsin too. But thank you so much for being on. And is there anything else, Pooch? Anything else from you?
No, I'm just Billy. Thank you so much for spending the time and sharing with us and doing what you do. I know that I'm going to speak for the community here and say thank you for your contributions, and we look forward to seeing what else you do. And it's always a pleasure, and I can't wait to follow up in the coming weeks and see all the other amazing things that you've got coming our way. So
thank you so much for having me. Yes, and thank you to everyone for your support. And this is wonderful. And thank you. And yes, have a great week.
Well, we definitely appreciate you making the time to come on. I know with the time change, it's a little bit later than we originally thought. I didn't know you guys changed time like that out there, but I know now. But we definitely appreciate it again. And anytime you want to come on, you want to show us something new or be another host, whatever you want to do, we'll have you back.
Our door is open.
Love to. Awesome. I would love to. It's always fun to hang out with you guys. So thank you so much. This was great.
All right, everybody's saying goodbye and thank you and goodbye. If you check the chat out, it's blowing up for Billie Ruben. So thank you so much, guys. Yeah. Everybody else out there, thank you guys for hanging out with us all night. We've had a great audience and an awesome chat discussion going on, keeping it classy and talking about everything out there pertaining to chat, which I really appreciate. But we'll see you guys next week, next Monday. I tell you what, I'll announce it after the stream. Watch the social medias. There might be something fun going on next Monday. Pooch doesn't even know because I can't say it out loud yet, but
surprises.
Yeah, and in 2 weeks we have a special guest too, right?
They're all special.
Well,
They're all,
of course, they're all special.
But I mean, beautiful little snowflakes that we love.
Nice. Well, watch for announcements. We got some fun stuff coming up. As always, thank you guys so much. Have a great week. Stay safe. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank
Keep on
you.
sending those hot makes. Tag them. Send them. Love you guys. Good night.
Hashtag. All that stuff. Bye.
Bye.